Hello friends, welcome back. I'm Charlie, I'm the book review guy, and for the next couple of minutes, we'll be talking about one great book. It's called Scarcity, the new science of having less and how it defines our lives, which by the investigation of both its authors, it shows us what the scarcity mindset can do to our lives in the short and long term. It was written by Sendhil, Mullainathan and Eldar, Shafir. In a sense, and as always, I hope to give you a strong idea of what this book is about. This book has a lot of golden nuggets, and when you read it, it will add lots of value to your life. Also, I need to ask for a favor. Please take a second and push the like and subscribe button below, because it helps this project continue living. So stay tuned and buckle up while we explore Scarcity. Welcome. Welcome back, friends. So let's start talking about the authors. Sendhil Mullainathan is an American professor of computation and behavioral science at the University of Chicago. He also was part of MIT and Harvard from 1999 to 2018. He was born in Nandu, India in 1973. Professor Mullainathan is an accomplished economist known for his research at the intersection of behavioral economics, poverty, and decision-making. He completed his PhD in the University of Harvard and later in 2002 received the prestigious MacArthur Fellowship, also known as the Genius Grant. His research delves into the cognitive impact of scarcity, unveiling how having too little can profoundly influence human behavior and economical choices. He's co-founder of 42, a non-profit organization that uses behavioral science to help solve social problems. He also founded JPAL, the MIT Poverty Action Lab, and has made extensive academic contributions through the National Bureau of Economical Research, and has also worked in the government at the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. He published another book called Policy and Choices, and many other papers ranging from CEO wages, employees' compensations, public policy, and the effects of cigarette and taxes on people. Now let's talk about Eldar Shafir. He's a renowned psychologist and behavioral economist. He was born in Israel and graduated from Brown University and received his PhD in cognitive and science from MIT. He's a professor of psychology and public affairs at Princeton University, Department of Psychology, and also Princeton School of Public and International Affairs, and a faculty associate of the Institute of Quantitative Social Science at Harvard. Shafir research explores the cognitive aspect of decision-making and how individuals respond to scarcity and abundance. He completed his PhD at MIT and has made significant contributions to the field of behavioral economics, shedding light on how cognitive biases and psychological factors influence economic choices. Shafir's collaboration with Sendhil Mullainathan has helped bridge the gap between psychology and economics, offering a profound insight into the human response to scarcity and its social implications. His research has significantly advanced our understanding of how scarcity affects decision-making. He has conducted pioneering studies on cognitive and psychological impacts of scarcity, shedding light on why individuals in resource-constrained situations often make suboptimal choices. Eldar Shafir has published numerous research papers and articles in top-tier academic journals, contributing to academic literature on topics such as decision-making, scarcity, and behavioral economics. So, as always, you can see both of these authors have the credentials to talk about this such an important topic. Scarcity. More to come. So welcome back. Let's get started sharing an overview of this life-changing book, as well as some very valuable golden nuggets. In this thought-provoking book, the authors delve into profound ways scarcity impacts our lives. Their analysis focuses on three key parts: the scarcity mindset, scarcity creates scarcity, and designing for scarcity. See, scarcity alters our cognitive landscape. Scarcity is not just about a lack of resources. it profoundly affects our thinking. When we experience scarcity, our mental bandwidth narrows, leading to tunnel vision on immediate needs. This is also known as tunneling tax. Understanding this cognitive shift is essential for making sense of our behavior and decisions. Scarcity mindset can hijack our decision making, forcing us to prioritize immediate needs at the expense of long-term goals. The scarcity mindset impacts everyone. It isn't limited to those in poverty. It affects people across all socio-economical strata, whether it's a shortage of time, money, or any resource. Scarcity mindset influences all of our choices and behaviors, and it often in ways we may not even realize. Scarcity creates a feedback loop, and it often perpetuates itself through a vicious cycle. When resources are scarce, individuals make trade-offs that can lead to even greater scarcity, trapping them, or trapping us, in a scarcity mindset. Breaking this cycle requires a deep understanding of what scarcity trap is. Only awareness, experience, and maturity can prepare you not to fall into this never-ending story. Believe me, I talk from experience. While scarcity possesses significant challenges, designing for scarcity can lead to a positive change. Simplifying choices and providing social safety nets can help individuals navigate scarcity more effectively. This approach shifts the focus from merely providing more resources to reducing the cognitive load created by scarcity. Scarcity underscores the importance of creating more compassionate and rational public policies. Recognizing the psychological impacts of scarcity is essential for designing effective social programs and interventions that truly help those in need. The book advocates for a more empathetic approach to poverty and resource constraints. These golden nuggets from Scarcity book provide valuable insight into how scarcity affects our lives and the broader implications it holds for individuals and the society in general. Understanding the scarcity mindset and its cognitive consequences is crucial for making the better decisions and designing more compassionate policies. More to come. Welcome back. What I love about this part is that we get to learn some of the previous ideas so that we can understand how they work in an everyday setting that we can relate to. Also, I get to share with you some real-life examples of when I have used these concepts in the past. Today we have two examples. The first one has to do with tunneling. Regularly, focus on a specific issue while not being against the ropes is different from tunneling. Tunneling means basically you don't have any other choice and you are obligated to focus on one thing, topic, or activity, and basically leaving everything else out, therefore neglecting everything else coming your way. I must say, this has happened to me in my life's journey. Not once or twice, perhaps many times. For example, at the end of the quarter trying to meet my goals, or in certain cases pushing specific products to increase margin towards the end of the month. Tunneling can come due to the lack of administration of your resources at the very beginning of the period, so that you are not running at the very end. And whether you pull it or not, you better modify your behavior because it is exhausting and not productive at all. Don't do this. The second example I will share has to do with the bandwidth tax, and it has to do remembering when I was in law school in 1996. I had a 50% scholarship, which was very difficult to keep because I had to have 90% in my average score. I had to work to pay my living, and I also had to pay the other 50% of my tuition. There was a moment when I was working at the law firm called White & Case, and at the same time I had to juggle between law school and my own business to try to make up for the difference. A typical day for me would be to wake up at 5, pick up my best friend and my girlfriend, go to class from 7 to 9, then go to work until 2 p.m., then deliver coffee until 4, and I would skip lunch, and then have class until 10 p.m. Then go to my basement, pack more coffee orders until 1 or 2 in the morning so that I could deliver them the next day, sometimes even before school. This was every single day from Monday to Friday. And I would work Saturdays too, delivering coffee. I had to do this because I had to pay for school, gas, and whatever was left to possibly take my girlfriend to dinner and the movies. What I did learn was first that you can't do everything. I ended up in the hospital for exhaustion twice, but I was young and didn't get good enough advice. The worst thing is that I lost my scholarship because I was so worried about my job and also about paying school. In addition, I had to pay for my additional expenses. My father hated me for this. My girlfriend hated me too for working so much. And I was in a vicious cycle that I still don't understand until this day how I was able to pull it off. All I know is that I didn't know any better and I wanted to do everything in my power to be able to achieve my goals. Unfortunately, the day only had 24 hours. As a result of this, in my immature mind and only thinking of my immature needs, I decided to quit my intern job at the law firm and start working full-time in my business. This was a big mistake because the only way I was gonna learn about law was working at that law firm, and I honestly regret it. But at the time, somehow it made sense. A couple of months later, I started working at a restaurant chain because my business wasn't enough to sustain me. This restaurant job would change my life forever. At that moment, I didn't necessarily knew it, but that's another story. More to come. Welcome to the reflection section, and today I'm going to share 3 takeaways that I believe are important. The first one, it is very important for all of us to understand that when we make a decision, we know why we made it. Because if we are in a stage in our lives where scarcity is present, it can make us biased. Number 2, I used to think that living in a mental state of scarcity was good, either for me or for my work, because I would be more resourceful in my lifestyle. But as it turns out, I was wrong. It would only drive me into a hole made by myself. And number 3, I don't like to neglect things I value, and scarcity will harm me in the long term. So reading this book made me more aware of what state of mind I should avoid to continue internal and external growth as a person, as a father, as a husband, as a co-worker, as a friend, and as a boss. I personally like this book a lot. It is very insightful and thorough on regards of its main topic. That's why I gave it 5 light bulbs. True enlightenment. Thank you very much. Thank you Sendhil, Mullainathan, and Eldar Shafir for this great book. Truly a life-changing read that will add lots of value to your operational mind structure in how you approach life and work-changing decisions. Remember friends, as always, you can find the link to this book below on bookshop.org or in the Amazon bookstore. I 100% recommend it. Our next book is a great read. It's called Give and Take, Why Helping Others Drives Our Success by Adam Grant. Truly a great book. If you have any comments or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Please like and subscribe if you're so kind. It helps me continue this amazing project and continue sharing with you amazing books and amazing authors. My main goal is to help you grow. Until next time, and thank you very much.